Yo, what's up, people? We're live out here in Davie School. Just walking. All right, brother. Have a good day.
You too, man.
Sir.
The struggle's real, dude.
Yeah, it is. At least I'm off for another day.
I'm doing drywall finishing and then I do this too, so I'm just like...
Oh, you busy?
I'm getting tired of changing clothes and still at the same time, I'm really not getting anywhere.
You never do, bro. No matter how hard you work in this world.
I know, I've already done the math. I know.
See, I was even, I worked 6 days last week. I didn't get any richer, bro. I made a couple extra $100, like.
But most of it pays bills that don't do nothing for you. It pays rent.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, the bills, man, it's bullshit. It takes all your money away.
I know, and it keeps us that way. We're under a thumb, you know that.
Oh, I know. It's.
If I tell people, I'm like, this isn't my only job.
Right.
So that means, it's not just me, but it's dads like me and you.
I was.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Every freaking way.
I was doing cooking and working at Advance, and I was getting worn out doing that 7 days a week. Like I couldn't do it, bro.
I was a drywall finisher for 20 years. I'm doing finishing right now with a broken fucking shoulder, dude.
Oh shit.
Because I have 4 kids, but there's no medical benefits or anything like that.
I got 3 of them, bro.
I can't even get freaking food stamps. It's like,
You can't get food stamps with 4 kids?
nah,
Nate.
because my wife, because you know how money is, and well, the first time my wife went to work for 2 years, she left me after I supported her 15 years with 3 kids. So as soon as she got that first check, she didn't dip. She lives actually on the other end of the street, but I'm starting to see a lot more fathers in my situation. It's like we work our ass off, but we can never get anywhere, but we valiantly work for our kids and we love our wife.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, it's not good enough because some schmuck comes from out of the neighborhood over there. And then what happens is they come and take that woman and you supported and loved for so long with money and, security, which is money, that's...
Yeah.
Women look for security, so money's the quickest thing to equal that form, given a bad situation. And I see dads like us, I've seen them blow their fucking brains out, I've seen them go homeless, and I'm starting to see a pattern where it's like, it ain't us. It's the means that we're living in around us. What we think is survival, this is only the first couple of 100 years we've dealt with this shit. Other than that, people like me and you used to just grow our own food, protect our own land that was available to us, and took care of our own kinfolk. Didn't worry about nothing else.
Government got us controlled, bro, with their fucking grocery stores
From
and
the beginning,
everything.
I just think when corporate America started, what's happened is it's modern day slavery. So if me and you don't have a grade point average of like 5.0, we don't make it to college, is that really right that we have to work hard labor the rest of our lives? Or isn't that a ticketed way of enslavement if you can't get out of the oppression? And this isn't conspiracy theory, this is the truth, man. I'm 42 years old.
Right.
I'm still rock bottom. And I was never a crackhead, I never got addicted to drugs. The only alcohol I drank was out of depression, but other than that, I'm slaving to the grind, and I see these kids every day.
I feel bad for the ones that are doing like she's doing.
Oh, she's a mom.
Oh,
but I'm pretending to be happy when I know that some of these kids are going to go to jail, not because they were bad or they got pissed, but when you starve somebody so long, they steal.
Yeah?
When you poke somebody so long, you too.
Hey.
They will hurt you bad. That's the way humans are. You put us under duress and in a corner, and then yes, of course we act like animals. But this seems like what it's going through. I'm just waiting for that one day. JP Morgan is the food stamp program, not the government, by the way. The bank, JP Morgan.
Really?
Yeah, they took it off the food stamp card about 5 years ago. People are theorizing. Really, we want to start an internal war in the United States. Cut out the food stamp programs for all the parents with kids.
Oh my God, bro.
Because
that's
really,
a blessing and a half.
But think about it. How many kids do you have?
3?
3? Okay.
We wouldn't be eating it if it wasn't for food stamps.
Well, okay, and people want to give you shit for that, but remember, you have kids that will take care of you.
Yeah.
But see, that's the problem. All those people out there that have money that didn't have kids really need your kids. So it's a separatist and divide issue that's going on. I see our government and the laws are so twisted and perverse and so mommy-sided in the state of Florida that it's destroying most families. And why do you think China's becoming so strong?
Yes.
No, they say a household without a father is like a home without a roof, and they believe in that. So like, even if they get divorced and stuff in China, even in Japan, stuff like that, they stay because of the kids, because they know that their social security is really not the government. They're that smart. They know it already. They know it's your kinfolk, it's your kids. They're good. But if they take you out of the picture and you have bad times, but then you gotta pay child support. Oh my God, you couldn't pay it. Now you're in jail. But then when you're in jail, their mom wants to be with somebody else. So they talk shit about dads.
Yeah, man. It's...
They're lighting our fuses, and I'm sick of it.
I feel like we're in a losing battle.
It is.
I don't feel like I'm getting nowhere. I work my ass off. I'm tired.
But that's the thing. You gotta keep going no matter what. But yeah, we're bad morning kids.
Yeah, we're like.
And that's what I keep saying. You know, when I watch these kids over here, I feel really bad because I'm not being truthful. I shouldn't be so happy. I should be like, the next 5 years of your life is gonna be hell. And all these people you think that talk about you and talk shit or whatever you worry about, you're not gonna know any of them.
No, I know. I try to tell my kids all the time. Your friends ain't really what you're gonna see in the
It's
future.
not. Yeah, my best friend does. I played Nintendo with him in the 1980s. Had his same fucking girlfriend, you know. When high school happened, that's when people spread like a leprechaun.
Exactly.
And then so they get so attached to each other, and I'm like, the way life is all I remember is I've moved around a lot in my lifetime.
Yeah.
People my age do the same.
I started in this neighborhood. I went to elementary school here. I'm right back here.
Well, then you have a better chance. See, my biggest mistake was having to move around with my family. I was born in Tennessee, but I grew up in Orlando, so I pretty much went to elementary and high school in Orlando.
Okay.
So I started moving around a lot. My parents were divorced. My dad used to come and would, like, for instance, he went to go give my mom a freaking check for child support. Pen right out. Hey, Brenda, can you get another pen for me? As soon as my mom went in the house, my dad goes, "You ready to go to Tennessee?" I'm like, "Let's go." Man, I did that back and forth for years.
Damn.
See, one of the reasons I'm starting to work in the school system is that divorce killed me. I went through parents that hated each other. And now I'm going through the same thing. I'm divorcing my ex-wife. I started finding myself acting like my dad, talking shit about their mom. And I realized, I was like, that's what killed me as a kid. So, like I said, there's things that are separating us. And I love playing Grand Theft Auto on all that stuff when I was younger. And I really wanted to see everything for what it was. But now, as I'm older as a father, I don't know if I want them seeing all that shit.
Right.
And what if our kids aren't big fighters or something? What if they're smart people that are nimble human beings but still have a right to be here just like anybody else?
Right.
And you know, that's why they invented guns, by the way. They call them equalizers.
For a
That way,
solid
if we
guy.
have little kids, we can arm our children. Some big dude comes along to take something from them. Nope.
And here they are trying to take them away or whatever they're trying to do.
But like I said, it just seems like a fury of, I think the market's changing because of technology, so money's being made in places it wasn't, while all these old manufacturing ways are getting shut down and sent overseas. So, you know, like I said, I see a lot of impending things, and like, I'm to the point now, I'm just about to give up and say, all right, I want to teach you kids how to farm, how to grow your own plants. You guys like Minecraft, I want to teach you how to get ore, which we can't do that down here in Florida, but in Tennessee I can teach them how to go mine the ore, how to make your kiln, how to make a foundry for yourself, smelt your own metals.
That's what Minecraft basically is, teaching you how to live back in the day, right?
But that you know it is, but they misplace all the things, but it gives kids the idealism that things just don't come out of nowhere. You have to find things to put them together. So it's actually important because they'll learn how to do formulas and things. You're like, how did you build that? Or my son made a copy machine in the thing, and he'd push one button and then make an imprintation of all these bricks, and then a pattern would come up.
You should. Oh my, yeah, that Minecraft shit is deep.
So it might take them over the edge, like they might go too far, but at least brings their mind to understand that like things have to be put together. There's formulas for things. You know, medicine is not just one thing; it's many plants put together.
Right.
But like I said, the issue I'm seeing is like we're ushering these kids in school. We went through this when we were younger, and I agree that elementary's cool. Middle school, I'm on the fence with that.
That's just,
You don't want your kid.
man, listen.
You know what I mean? It's like
I met some kids here that literally come to school in the morning, buy weed, and come back around and they smoke they dope right around the corner. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah,
You can go to school, buy your weed, and come back. Like,
that's who I was. My mom was like, I had the same thing. You gotta remember, a lot of kids have a lot of issues too. Like when I was in high school, my mom was dying of HIV. And back in 1991, 92, somebody would think like, if your uncle has AIDS, everybody in the family. So
couldn't touch their water fountain. You can do nothing.
I had a beautiful girl, and I actually liked her. She walked up to me and said, Jason, I heard you have AIDS. I'm sorry. And I'm like, where did you fucking hear this from? So, turns out when I went to my guidance counselor in high school, they had a student body working in there, and that fucking girl told everybody. But anyway, like I said, there's these social pressures and stuff happening. I just feel like high school, since the shooting, you're not safe here.
No.
Look, we got the one guard right there, fucking Hobo Joe. He's cool. I like him.
Yeah, but still, like,
it's fake.
shoot, the doctor's office that my kids go to now, it was open office. Like, you could walk back there, do whatever. Now they got glass windows, a glass door. You can't get in unless they buzz you in.
Yeah, you need to have a buzz.
I'm like, that's crazy. One school shooting. Man, listen, hospitals that I go to, I pick up dead bodies now. You can get in a hospital through a back door. Any hospital, like,
yeah. Dude,
hospitals are not secure, bro.
Dude, back in the day, my friend Chris Kang, for parties, we used to do nitrous oxide. His dad was a doctor in a hospital in Orlando, one of the Memorial hospitals, and he would go in there, he'd put on his dad's fucking doctor's coat, walk right on in, unlock the fucking chains, grab the tank on the wheels, come right out to me, we'd put it in the car and go home. Freaking have a party or rave, whatever.
Especially back in the day, hospitals are real sweet. Like, you could do all of that.
Yeah, I remember when they used to have the lock-in cabinets. They were just refrigerators. There was no lock and key.
Right.
You just walk up and go, oh, wow. Yeah, I was bad too when I was younger, but
yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, man, like when I said,
have a good spring break. I'll see you.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, right?
I'm not coming tomorrow.
Half day, you said no way?
Tomorrow's half day?
Yeah, tomorrow's half day, and Friday, no school, and spring break starts.
Oh, okay. Spring break already.
Yeah, I'll be able to get a lot of side work.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, when I said the struggle's real, it's like, oh my god, dude. Like,
Yeah, man, this shit's crazy out here.
as long as you can keep your health good and you can keep working, you're okay.
When I was working for the cooking place, I was making good money. I had all the insurance and everything, but I was sick every day, man. I just couldn't do it.
Because you kept grinding.
Yeah,
Look, man,
stressful every day.
True, and you know, it's not work. Society isn't a one-size-fits-all. I was raised on work. I worked my ass off.
That's how my mom is till this day. She's still grinding. She's like 55.
Some people can do that, but we're not all built for the same thing, dude.
No.
Just like the education system, we're not all built to be geniuses. They can sit in an office and never lift a finger to make millions of dollars. And that's why I said, doesn't it seem kind of unfair that our kids are the most valuable thing? If we, all of us our age, take our kids out of the schools and everything and say, we're leaving the country. We're going to go to fucking Australia. All of us. Guess what happens to the rest of the United States? All those potential caretakers, the firemen, the police that are going to grow up. That generation gap will shut this place down.
Yeah.
And corporate America wants to kill our kids. Tell us that foods are good for us when they're killing them.
Look at the food they serve to these kids nowadays. I feel bad when I come here and eat breakfast with my son. I hate this shit.
It's like a prison. And then we're facilitating them inside of a place for 7 hours a day, which they painted over the lead paint years ago. There's still traces of asbestos and piping on the heat pipe. It's like, no, man. And there's mold everywhere. When there's mold, nobody sees that until one of the kids gets deathly sick. And generally, most of the time, when doctors say environmental, the doctor doesn't come out to the school and assess it and take samples like they do in the TV shows.
Right.
This shit just never comes to pass.
Of course.
You know?
It's all bullshit.
But yeah, all I can say, man, is just get all the info you can. Just jam your kids full of like hardcore info, like machinery, tools. The thing I'm lacking is healthcare. I don't know, 200 years ago, a guy could cut you open and take your spleen out.
Yeah.
And field dress you, but keep you alive. Well, doctors hit all that shit now. That's what I was saying too. When you go to doctors for half the things like colds and stuff, or like your kid's absent from school 2 days. You're not taking your kid to the doctor because you don't know what that cold is. You have to take them there because you'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have the fucking excuse. Which pays the doctor.
Right.
Which pays those nurses. Which pays the clerk there. Then the taxes that's paid on it. And then the insurance that goes through that. Don't forget about insurance. That's the biggest. By the way, I say taxation without representation. That's what insurance is. It's taxation with corporate representation, but it's another form of government tax. Right. Otherwise, the government wouldn't make you do it, right?
Right, of course.
Yeah, another fucking sham. Insurance is the biggest sham. Yeah, I live with 2 underwriters, and they told me things that I could get them fired for, but now they're retired.
Okay.
Yeah, they're telling me all the dirt. Like, people just sit, dude. They sit their whole lives, make minimal decisions, nothing critical, and they just make bank because they were born into that family. So just remember, teach your kid. Truthfully, they say you're not supposed to be like, well, I'm born here, I'm supposed to have some land somewhere. Yes, we are. It's always been that way. Just up until a few hundred years ago. What? America started 200 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, well, before that, in the 14th century, we were just building up armies and forces and slaughtering each other. But other than that, the people that didn't want nothing to do at war, like I said, we could go find our land, live peacefully in our means, and not have nothing to... Yeah, governments kind of...
They bought up pretty much everything. I don't think there's much land out there. I guess.
There's nothing left. There's nothing left.
Even out west, right? It's all somebody owns it.
Whatever is left is reserved for the United States. So, yeah.
Yeah, they own the whole land. Like.
Yeah, so every time our generation of kids are born in a society with money already running it, controlling it all the time, I think that slavery thing, I may be a little outgoing on it, but you see what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
And you're living it.
I'm a
and
corporate slave.
The healthcare thing is bullshit.
Yeah.
Probably the best thing about healthcare I've ever seen is the MRI in the hospital. That works.
Okay.
And all the drugs I've learned about, so a lot of that's bullshit. You know, the things you give your kids like Buspar and head pills, that ends up making them more suicidal. But,
all right, I think they should just make marijuana legal and let people...
Absolutely. And
I tested it on my grandma. She has Parkinson's. I woke up one day, she was shaking and shit. So I was like, Grandma, you want to try marijuana? Just like that.
You know the sick part is in your family blood and generations. You smoked it for thousands of years. I don't mean to say you, but I try to tell kids that. They're like, what do you mean you and forefathers? I'm like, well, the blood that was in whoever started from the human race in the beginning, you actually have that same living blood. So whatever happened, however humanity started, given Darwin or God's will, we don't know, but that bloodline's been alive for millions of years. So we're only 30-something years old, but that blood that came from your mom, the blood from your grandmother, all that, those bloodlines run back to the beginning.
Right.
And when you tell them that, it opens their mind up so much. They don't feel like just a guinea pig among the others. They're like, holy shit, you're right.
It's been going on for a long time.
Yeah. But like I said, these things we're going through, this is all new. The cell phone thing, all new. You can see that social media isn't a winner.
No.
Because we'll get drunk and start talking shit on the phone. You don't think nothing of it. But then you wake up the next day and you get 68 texts from pissed off people because you said the wrong thing.
Oh, everybody's sensitive now.
Yeah,
can't say the wrong thing, God forbid.
Yeah, you get butthurt about
I can't call my son a faggot. I'm like, what's wrong with that? My dad called me a faggot.
My dad used to rip on me.
Stop acting like a faggot, boy. Get your ass up. Like,
yeah, quit
toughen
acting like a pussy or shit like that.
Nah, they want moms.
If I say that to my son now, which he could try to commit suicide now, he runs right to his mama. See, this is where the pot comes. His mom, we had to agree to it because he was suicidal. To get opioids, pills and shit.
That's even worse.
Well, now he's gotten what he wanted. I couldn't discipline him or at least scold him and make him feel scared because I'm a bully. Oh, but you can go get yourself killed because I didn't teach you a hard lesson that somebody else is going to teach you for real.
Yeah.
So there's things, just like I said, men are being demasculated, but now that it's
look at how they do with the hip-hop industry. They got all these men wearing dresses and carrying purses. And started with those fucking purses or whatever, satchels or
satchels, yeah.
Fucking fags.
I know.
I got a wallet. I don't even carry that bitch. Like.
But that's the thing. To each his own. But see, in that factor too, I'm equal. Whoever wants to do it, do whatever you want.
Suck your own cock. Do it in your house. Leave me alone.
But don't come putting that shit on my son and making them ask questions that weren't asked years ago.
Right. They got it on TV, you know.
They got it on TV. They put it in your face. Your daughter would be watching some dude in makeup. You know what? Like I said, I accept everybody, but I don't have to like it, and I don't have to say that I agree that it's okay.
Right. Exactly.
You know, but me and you are two dudes that have kids too. We actually have testosterone in places where it's needed.
Yeah.
Other people, these boys are.
I'm from the '80s, baby.
Yeah, I was born in '75,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I was never a tough guy or anything like that, but I was always taught to stand up for myself.
I bleed the same color you bleed, bitch. And if you gonna die, I'm gonna die right with you. I don't care.
Exactly, man.
We might fight and be best friends. This how you get your best friend usually. Go to war with them.
Go to war with them.
Or you take their back, right?
Yeah. Because trust me, I'm a little man. I've had a lot of big dudes step up for me and pull me out of the fire. So I definitely returned the favor.
See, there you go.
Oh, man. Look, they left the gate open for you.
Lucky.
They try to do this one-size-fits-all with school, and I'm like, the kids are all dressing up. They're having personalities before they ever earn or pay the dues.
It's just like that.
But I mean, none of them look like they're ready to go to work.
Oh no, kids go to work. My little brother doesn't keep a job. He has a job, he quits it. Little job, quits it. I'm like, bitch.
Well, that's why I'm confused. Like I said, I don't want our kids being slaves if they're not. If my daughters and sons don't end up being too smart, I don't want to die knowing that they're always going to be talked to condescendingly and treated like slaves. And people will go to pay them and know that they should pay them more, but they know that they can kind of finagle them out of it.
That's my last job. I wanted 16. They gave me 14. Then when it got time, they really needed me. They'd only give me $1 more, and I could never get my 16. And it's like they talked to me crazy. It's like I didn't want to be there, man.
But you were driving to work, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, that's where it doesn't matter what trade you do. As soon as you had the factor of a car because you had to get there, you can't make less than 15 or 16 an hour because every time the breakdown happens, that extra profit you would have saved working actually just dumps back into the vehicle.
And then I thought, oh, let's get insurance. Let me get 401k. That chopped like $600 off my paycheck. Now I'm back to struggling. Barely going, because it's every 2 weeks. So you like, every 2 weeks you make.
What happens, these days if you invest in 401k and the American dollar drops down 50% 10 years from now? What is that? Does that mean your 401k goes almost negative?
Right.
If it gets up to 10,000 and it goes 50% of the dollar and they go according to market value, that money will be in half.
Then you lose all your money.
For at least 401k, kind of stick with it because that's the only thing I know that's government. That was a government founded thing. But like
when you don't work at the jobs, can you add to your 401k, like call the company and be like, y'all want to deposit money into it, or that you can only do that through the job?
I think it can only be done through the job because then people would do squirrely. Actually, never thought of that.
Cause I don't have both jobs, but I got 2 401ks with 2 companies right now, and the money goes up, it goes down.
I've never thought of that.
So I'm like,
because if you know the market's gonna go good, you can just pump your 401k with every extra thing you got.
Right, and it's just going.
You know what? You caught me on the boo-boo there. Definitely look into that because I'm not sure on that.
Because I got them. I don't know if I could take my money back or do I want to just leave them in there and let them keep growing.
All I can say is mutual funds, unless you have some family member that is a millionaire that could be like, yeah, this is what I got, you get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that 401k, I want to look into that. I never thought of that.
Yeah,
I can't have a bank account still do that. Because remember back in the day, you get a loan and you just take the 10,000 or not 10,000. Say you can get a $500 loan. You start with that. You turn around and don't spend it, and you redeposit it back into the account within 30 days. Boom, your credit goes up. You used to be able to do that. That's a cheat. Now they caught you.
You can't do nothing now.
No, you can't. You can't do that anymore.
You can't do nothing now.
Yeah,
Technology.
Because people would take money, like you'd have an uncle with a little bit of money, like, you borrow $5,000 from him just to do that. Just to pump up your shit where you could go get a Volvo without putting anything down, just your credit card.
That's awesome. I fucked my credit up back in the day, man.
I never had a credit card.
No, I never should have had one either. I
had
it.
A debit card, and the first time they gave me an overdraft, I took all the extra money out, and I'm like, what is this? And we're like, it was your overdraft protection. So from that point on,
my wife's in that trap, overdraft protection.
Yeah, because when you have kids, you'll always have that circumstance where like, that's why all of us used to go to jail. That's why checks are like gone. Because parents used to forever. You'd send it's like the Roseanne episode. When you were broke, you'd send the power bill to the water company and the water bill to the power company, and then call them both and let them work it out.
Yeah. So you remember when you used to have the envelopes for the ATM machines? I used to put no money in there and like $1,000 and then take half of it out right there on the spot.
Right?
Didn't even care. Like, just need some money at that time. So, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. You gotta try to educate your kids on technology. If you can, if they're wizards, break them into programming. If they got strength and they're good with numbers, get them into.
I don't know what my son's good at, man. It's like all he wants to do is watch videos of people doing stuff. I'm like, I don't know where that started, but all he wants to do is watch
It's like the campfire syndrome. You probably didn't notice it, but you ever went camping and like towards the night when everybody's kind of getting settled down and each group has their campfire? You ever noticed that just a campfire alone, people will stare into it? And all of a sudden you realize that people aren't really talking to each other. You'll look around, for the most part, people are kind of...
Yeah.
It's the same thing, like a fly in the fucking fly zapper. That's what video games do to us. You know, we're obviously humans are attracted by shiny things, but when it comes to the gamma rays and televisions, that's a beast in itself. I mean, just not what's put on there, the whole invention of the television. I don't think that's our main primary source that we should learn things from.
Right.
It's radiation. It's got enough radiation to warm up stuff. You could take a flat screen TV and crack an egg on it. It won't cook the yolk, but it'll actually turn the white after an hour's time. It'll cook an egg. Well, I guess that'd be sunny side up. Right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Shit, I gotta get going. They're already up.
All right, brother.
Yeah, just, man, keep everything in mind and consider all options for your kids. Jam and full of information.
Got you.
I don't know how long we got to go as far as humans to be around our kids, but...
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just...
I don't want to leave this world and know that some other asshole's going to be running my kid like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
All right, brother.
All right, brother. That was some conversation with my crossing guard. Yeah, we're talking about you, the government. You know you're out here watching us. We out here watching you, nigga. This is shit. Oh. What a dick.